Hey everyone, welcome back to GoSpeakly English podcast. I'm Sophie, and oh my goodness, I am so excited about today's topic.
And I'm Daniel. Hey, good to have you all here again. Sophie, you seem really pumped up today.
I am, because Daniel, tell me honestly, have you ever been to a party or a gathering and just stood there like, okay, what do I say now?
Oh, wow, yes, so many times. You know, you're holding your drink, looking around, and everyone seems to be having these amazing conversations, and you're just there.
Exactly! And that's exactly why we're doing this episode today. We're talking about how to talk at social gatherings and actually enjoy every conversation. Not just survive them, but enjoy them.
I love that because honestly, social gatherings can be so much fun when you know what to say and how to connect with people.
Absolutely. So whether you're going to a birthday party, a wedding, an office event, or just a casual get-together with friends, this episode is going to help you feel confident and comfortable.
And before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome to GoSpeakly English Podcast. We're all about making English learning fun, practical, and super useful for real-life situations.
Yes, and if you're enjoying what we do here, it would mean the world to us if you could hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us keep creating content for you guys.
All right, so Sophie, let's get into it. Where should we start?
Okay, so I think we need to break this down into two big parts. Part one is all about starting conversations and making those first impressions. And part two, we'll talk about keeping conversations going and leaving a great, lasting impression.
Perfect. I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, so part one, starting conversations at social gatherings. Now, Daniel, what's the biggest challenge people face when they first arrive at a party or an event?
I think it's that initial moment, Like you walk in and you don't know anyone, or maybe you know the host, but not the other guests. And you're thinking, do I just go up to random people? What do I even say?
Yes, that's the exact feeling. And here's the thing. Most people at that gathering are feeling the same way. They're also looking for someone to talk to. They're also a bit nervous.
Oh, that's a good point. We always think everyone else is super comfortable, but actually they're probably feeling just as awkward as we are.
Exactly. So the first tip I want to share is this. Smile and make eye contact. I know it sounds simple, but it works like magic.
True. When you smile at someone, it's like you're saying, hey, I'm friendly. You can talk to me.
Yes, and you know what happens? People naturally smile back, and that's your opening. That's when you can walk up and say something simple.
Okay, so what would be a good opening line? Because I feel like that's where people get stuck. They don't want to say something boring or weird.
Right. So here's the secret. You don't need to be super creative or clever. You just need to be genuine. For example, you can say something like, hey, I'm Sophie. I don't think we've met before. How do you know the host?
Oh, I like that. It's easy, it's natural, and it opens up the conversation because now they'll tell you their connection to the host.
Exactly. Or let's say you're at a work event or a professional gathering. You could say, hi, I'm Sophie. This is my first time at this event. Have you been to these before?
Nice. That's good because it shows you're new and it gives them a chance to share their experience. People love sharing what they know.
Yes. And here's another one I use a lot, especially at casual parties. You walk up to someone near the snacks table and say, hey, have you tried any of these? What's good here?
I love that. Food is always a safe topic. Everyone has an opinion about food.
Always. And you know what? It's not awkward at all. It's just a natural way to start talking. And from there, the conversation can go anywhere.
Okay, so we've got the opening lines down. But Sophie, what about body language? Because I feel like how you approach someone matters too.
Oh, absolutely. Body language is huge. So when you're approaching someone, don't just rush up to them, Walk calmly, keep your shoulders relaxed, and approach from the side, not directly in front, because that can feel a bit aggressive.
Ah, that makes sense. And I guess you should also look approachable yourself, right? Like, don't cross your arms or look at your phone the whole time.
Exactly. If you're standing there with your arms crossed and looking down at your phone, people will think you don't want to be bothered. But if you're standing open, maybe holding a drink, looking around with a friendly expression, people will feel comfortable approaching you too.
I like that. So it's a two-way thing. You approach others, but you also make yourself approachable.
Yes. Now, let's talk about something really important. Introducing yourself properly, because this sets the tone for the whole conversation.
Okay, so what's the best way to introduce yourself?
Keep it simple and warm. You say your name clearly, maybe add one interesting detail about yourself, and then ask about them. For example, "Hi, I'm Sophie. I actually work in marketing, and I've been dying to try the food here tonight. What about you? What brings you here?"
Oh, that's good. You gave them your name, a little bit about yourself, and then immediately turned it back to them, so it doesn't feel like you're just talking about yourself.
Exactly. People appreciate when you show interest in them, and that little detail you share, it gives them something to connect with or ask about later.
Right. So if you said you work in marketing, they might say, "Oh, marketing, that's interesting. What kind of marketing do you do?" And boom, the conversation is rolling.
Yes. Now, here's something I want to mention, and this is super important. When someone tells you their name, repeat it. Like if they say, "I'm Daniel," you say, "Nice to meet you, Daniel."
Oh, wow. Why is that important?
Two reasons. One, it helps you remember their name. And two, people love hearing their own name. It makes the conversation feel more personal and connected.
Huh, I never thought about that. But you're right. When someone uses my name in conversation, I feel like they're really paying attention to me.
Exactly. All right, so we've covered how to approach, how to introduce yourself, and how to start the conversation. Now let's talk about first impressions, because you only get one chance at this.
True. First impressions are so important. What's your advice here, Sophie?
Okay, so the key to a great first impression is to be genuinely interested in the other person. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Actually listen to what they're saying.
Yes, I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They're so focused on what they're going to say next that they don't really hear what the other person is saying.
Exactly. And people can feel that, you know? They can tell when you're not really listening. So instead, focus on them. Ask follow-up questions. Show that you care about what they're saying.
Can you give an example of a good follow-up question?
Sure. Let's say someone tells you, "I just started a new job last month." Instead of just saying, "Oh, cool," and moving on, you could say, "Oh, wow, that's exciting. How are you finding it so far? Is it what you expected?"
Nice. That shows you're interested and it keeps the conversation going naturally.
Yes. And here's another tip for making a great first impression. Match their energy. If someone is really enthusiastic and excited, you be enthusiastic too. If someone is more calm and relaxed, you match that vibe.
Oh, that's smart. Because if someone is really high energy and you're super low key, it might feel like you're not interested, and vice versa.
Exactly. It's all about making the other person feel comfortable. And when people feel comfortable with you, they enjoy talking to you.
I love that. Okay, so before we move to part 2, let's quickly recap what we've covered so far.
Yes. So in part 1, we talked about how to start conversations at social gatherings. We covered making eye contact and smiling, using simple opening lines, having good body language, introducing yourself properly, and making great first impressions by being genuinely interested in others.
Perfect. And now let's move to part 2, where we talk about keeping those conversations going and ending them gracefully.
All right, part 2. So, Daniel, you've started a conversation. You've made a good first impression. Now what? How do you keep the conversation flowing without those awkward silences?
Yes, the dreaded awkward silence. I think we've all been there. You're talking and then suddenly nothing. And you're both just standing there like, so...
Oh my goodness, yes. But here's the good news. Awkward silences don't have to be awkward if you know how to handle them, and honestly, they're completely normal in conversations.
Really? So we shouldn't panic when there's a silence?
Not at all. Sometimes a little pause is natural. It gives both people a moment to think. But if the silence is getting too long, you can jump in with a new topic or a question.
Okay, so what kind of questions should we ask to keep things interesting?
Great question. So the best questions are open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with just yes or no. They make people share more and open up.
Can you give me some examples?
Of course. So instead of asking, did you have a good week, which they can just answer with yes or no, you ask, what was the best part of your week? See the difference?
Oh, wow, yes. The second one makes them actually think and share a story or an experience.
Exactly. Here are some more examples. Instead of, do you like your job, you ask, what do you enjoy most about your job? Instead of, did you enjoy the party, you ask, what's been your favorite moment tonight?
I see the pattern now. You're asking them to elaborate, to share details, and that keeps the conversation going naturally.
Yes. And here's another trick I love, the topic web technique. Have you heard of this?
No, what's that?
Okay, so imagine every topic has different branches, like a spider web. When someone mentions something, you can pick any branch and explore it further. For example, if someone says, I went to Italy last summer, you have so many branches to explore.
Oh, like you could ask about the food in Italy, or the places they visited, or how long they stayed, or if it was their first time there.
Exactly. You don't have to stick to just one narrow path. You can explore different aspects of what they shared. This keeps the conversation dynamic and interesting.
That's brilliant. So you're never running out of things to talk about because every topic has multiple branches.
Yes. Now, let's talk about something really important. Sharing about yourself, too. Because a conversation shouldn't be just questions, it should be a balanced exchange.
Right, because if you're only asking questions, it might start to feel like an interview.
Exactly. So when someone shares something, you can relate to it with your own experience. For example, if they say, I love hiking, you could say, oh, I've always wanted to try hiking. I did a small trail last year and it was harder than I thought, but so peaceful. Do you have a favorite hiking spot?
Nice! So you shared a bit about yourself, connected with what they said, and then asked them another question to keep it going.
Yes, it's all about that back and forth. You share, you ask, they answer, they ask you. It's like a dance.
I love that analogy, a conversation dance. Okay, so what about when you meet someone who's really quiet or shy? How do you keep the conversation going with them?
Oh, that's a great question. With quieter people, you need to be a bit more patient and give them space to open up. Ask them about things they might be passionate about, like, what do you do in your free time? Or what's something you've been really into lately?
And I guess you also need to be okay with slower responses, right? Not rush them.
Exactly. Some people just need a bit more time to gather their thoughts, and that's totally okay. Just be warm and encouraging, and they'll start to feel more comfortable.
Got it. Now, Sophie, let's talk about something tricky. How do you exit a conversation politely? Because sometimes you need to move on and talk to other people, but you don't want to be rude.
Oh yes, this is important. So many people struggle with this. They stay in a conversation longer than they want to because they don't know how to leave gracefully.
Yes, I've definitely done that. I'm standing there thinking, okay, I need to go, but I don't know how to say it without being rude.
Right. So here's the key. You need to give a reason and then make it about something positive. For example, you could say, it's been so nice talking to you. I'm going to go grab another drink, but let's catch up again later.
Oh, that's smooth. You complimented the conversation, you gave a reason for leaving, and you left the door open for future interaction.
Exactly. Or you could say, I really enjoyed hearing about your trip to Italy. I see some friends over there that I need to say hi to, but it was lovely meeting you. See? Polite, positive, and clear.
I like that. And I guess the key is to not just disappear or make an awkward excuse.
Yes, be honest but kind, and always end on a positive note. You could even say something like, Let's exchange numbers. I'd love to continue this conversation sometime.
Nice. That shows you genuinely enjoy talking to them.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about something fun, using humor in conversations at social gatherings, because a little bit of humor can make you so much more memorable and enjoyable to talk to.
Oh, I love this topic. But I think people worry about saying something that's not funny or making a joke that falls flat.
True. And here's the thing. You don't need to be a comedian. You just need to be light and not take yourself too seriously. Like if you spill a drink on yourself, instead of getting embarrassed, you laugh and say, well, that's one way to make an entrance.
Yes, self-deprecating humor, when done lightly, can actually make you more relatable.
Exactly. And you can also use humor by noticing funny things around you. Like if the music is really loud, you could joke, I guess we're all getting a free concert tonight.
Nice. It's about being observant and playful, not forcing jokes.
Yes. And here's something important. If someone makes a joke, laugh. Even if it's not the funniest joke in the world, a genuine chuckle or smile shows you appreciate their effort and it makes them feel good.
True. People remember how you made them feel, not necessarily what you said.
Exactly. All right, now let's talk about the ending, how to leave a social gathering on a high note and make sure people remember you positively.
Okay, so what's the best way to say goodbye at a gathering?
Don't just sneak out. I know some people do the Irish goodbye, where they just disappear without saying anything, but I think it's nicer to say a proper goodbye, at least to the host and the people you had good conversations with.
Agreed. So you go up to them and say something like, I had such a great time tonight. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really enjoyed our conversation about Italy.
Perfect. You thanked them, you mentioned something specific from your conversation, which shows you were really listening, and you left on a warm note.
And I guess if you met someone interesting and want to stay in touch, this is the time to exchange contact information.
Yes, you could say, hey, I really enjoyed talking to you. Can I get your number? I'd love to grab coffee sometime and continue our conversation about hiking, or whatever topic you discussed.
Nice. And that feels natural, not forced.
Exactly. Now here's something people often forget. The follow-up. If you told someone you'd reach out, actually do it. Send them a message within a day or two saying, hey, it was great meeting you at the party. Let's definitely plan that coffee soon.
Oh, that's important because otherwise they might think you were just being polite but didn't really mean it.
Exactly. Following up shows you're genuine and it helps build real connections, not just surface-level party talk.
I love that. Okay, Sophie, before we wrap up, let's talk about some common mistakes people make at social gatherings. What should people avoid?
Oh, good one. Okay, so first mistake, being on your phone too much. I see this all the time. People are at a party, but they're constantly checking their phone, taking photos, texting. It sends the message that you'd rather be somewhere else.
True. And it's hard to start a conversation with someone who's glued to their screen.
Exactly. Second mistake, talking only about yourself. Some people just go on and on about their life, their problems, their achievements, and they never ask about the other person.
Yes, conversations should be balanced. It's not a monologue, it's a dialogue.
Exactly. Third mistake, complaining too much. Like, if you're at a party and all you do is complain about work, traffic, the weather, politics, it brings the energy down. People want to enjoy themselves, not listen to negativity.
Right. Save the heavy complaints for close friends in private, not for casual party conversations.
Yes. Fourth mistake, interrupting people. Let people finish their thoughts before you jump in. It's respectful, and it shows you value what they're saying.
And fifth mistake, I think it's drinking too much. Because when you're tipsy or drunk, you might say things you regret or behave in ways that don't represent you well.
Oh, absolutely. Know your limits. You want people to remember you for good reasons, not because you were the person who got too drunk and embarrassed themselves.
Yes. All right, Sophie, I think we've covered so much valuable information today. Should we wrap this up?
Yes, let's do a final recap. So today on GoSpeakly English Podcast, we talked about how to talk at social gatherings and enjoy every conversation. In part 1, we covered starting conversations with confidence, making great first impressions, and approaching people in a friendly way. In part 2, we talked about keeping conversations flowing with open-ended questions, sharing about yourself, using humor, and leaving gracefully.
And the most important thing to remember is be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. People connect with authenticity, not perfection.
Absolutely. Social gatherings are meant to be fun, so relax, smile, be curious about others, and just enjoy the moment. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
And remember, everyone at that gathering is human, just like you. They have their own nervousness, their own awkward moments, so be kind to yourself and to others.
Yes. All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode. We hope you found this helpful and that you feel more confident about your next social gathering.
If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and subscribe to GoSpeakly English Podcast. It helps us so much and lets us know you want more content like this.
And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, leave a comment below. We love hearing from you guys.
All right, until next time, keep practicing, keep improving, and keep speaking English with confidence.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Take care.